Welcome to Historic Coins Vault, where every coin tells a story and every discovery could be worth a fortune. Today, we're diving into the rarest U.S. coins, some so valuable, collectors would pay a small fortune just to hold them. Stay with us, because what you're about to see might surprise even the most seasoned treasure hunters. So on. Top 1. Today we are talking about a coin many people once carried in their pocket without any idea of what it could one day become. Today's focus is the United States of America Washington quarter dollar from the year 1974. This coin belongs to a classic era of American coinage, long before modern commemorative programs captured public attention. The Washington quarter had already become a symbol of American strength and tradition by this time, and the 1974 issue holds a special place in the hearts of collectors who understand its hidden potential. The obverse of the coin proudly features George Washington, the first President of the United States. His portrait represents leadership, independence, and the foundation of the nation itself. The design is bold yet timeless, and even decades later, it continues to command respect. On the reverse side, the iconic eagle stands with wings spread, clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing both readiness for defense and a desire for peace. This powerful imagery reflects the balance of strength and unity that defines American history. At first glance, the 1974 Washington quarter appears to be just another old coin. Millions were minted, circulated, and spent on everyday purchases. However, collectors know that rarity is not always about how many coins were made. True rarity often comes from unusual circumstances during production, unexpected minting errors, and survival in exceptional condition. What makes certain 1974 Washington quarters incredibly rare lies in the mistakes that occurred during the minting process. During high-speed production, some coins were struck with errors that were never meant to leave the mint. These mistakes include double die errors, where parts of Washington's portrait or the lettering appear doubled, creating a ghost-like effect that is instantly recognizable to experienced collectors. There are also off-center strikes, where the design is noticeably shifted, making the coin visually dramatic and highly collectible. Some examples show incorrect planchets, meaning the coin was struck on the wrong metal or an improperly prepared blank. These errors can result in unusual color, weight, or thickness, instantly separating the coin from standard issues. Other rare pieces may display die cracks, missing details, or weak strikes that create an entirely different appearance from normal quarters. Each of these errors tells a story of a brief moment when the minting process went wrong, creating something truly unique. Condition plays an equally important role in value. A Washington quarter from 1974 that has never been circulated, still showing sharp details, smooth surfaces, and strong original luster, is already highly desirable. When such pristine preservation is combined with a significant mint error, the result is a coin that collectors consider extraordinary. These coins are often sent to professional grading services, where their rarity and condition are officially recognized and preserved for history. What makes this coin especially exciting is the fact that it once lived an ordinary life. It may have passed through countless hands, rested in cash registers, or been saved away in jars, drawers, or collections. The possibility that one of these rare examples is still out there fuels the passion of coin collectors around the world. Every time someone examines an old quarter, there is hope that they might discover something remarkable. For coin lovers, this is not just about money. It is about the thrill of the hunt, the joy of learning, and the connection to history. Every detail matters, from the smallest line in Washington's portrait to the tiniest imperfection on the surface. Sometimes, what most people see as a flaw is exactly what makes a coin priceless to a collector. So if you ever come across a Washington quarter dated 1974, do not dismiss it. Take your time. Examine it closely. Look for unusual markings, doubling, misalignment, or anything that feels different from an ordinary coin. What seems common at first glance could be hiding an incredible story and unimaginable value, and now, the moment every collector waits for. In extremely rare cases, when the 1974 Washington quarter displays a major mint error and survives in outstanding condition, its value has reached an astonishing $85,000. Top 2. We are diving into the United States of America Washington quarter dollar from the year 1989. This coin comes from a period many people still remember, a time before digital payments took over and coins were an essential part of everyday transactions. Because of that, countless Washington quarters from 1989 passed through hands, pockets, and registers without a second thought. But hidden among those ordinary coins are a few extraordinary examples that have become incredibly rare and valuable. The Washington quarter design by this time was already iconic. On the front, we see the strong and dignified portrait of George Washington, a symbol of leadership, independence, and the foundation of the nation. His image has appeared on the quarter for generations, giving the coin a timeless and trustworthy appearance. The details of his hair, facial features, and expression may look familiar, but for collectors, even the smallest variations can mean everything. On the reverse side, the powerful eagle spreads its wings, clutching arrows and an olive branch. This image represents strength, readiness, and peace, values deeply connected to American identity. The design may appear simple, yet it carries a weight of history and symbolism that continues to resonate with collectors decades later. At first glance, a 1989 Washington quarter looks completely ordinary. Millions were produced at multiple mints, and most were heavily circulated. However, rarity in coin collecting is not always about low mintage numbers. True rarity often comes from unexpected minting mistakes and survival in exceptional condition, and this is where the story becomes truly fascinating. During the minting process, coins are struck at high speed using massive machines. Occasionally, things go wrong, and those mistakes create coins that should never have existed. Some Washington quarters from 1989 were struck with double die errors, where parts of Washington's portrait or the lettering appear doubled or blurred. This doubling is not caused by wear, but by a misalignment during the creation of the die itself, making these coins highly desirable to error collectors. Other rare examples show off-center strikes, where the design is noticeably shifted toward one edge, creating a dramatic and eye-catching appearance. There are also cases of wrong planchet errors, where the quarter was struck on a blank intended for a different coin, resulting in unusual weight, thickness, or color. Some coins display die cracks, missing details, weak strikes, or uneven rims, each telling a story of a brief moment when the minting process failed to go as planned. Condition is just as important as the error itself. A Washington quarter from 1989 that has never been circulated, still showing sharp details, smooth surfaces, and original mint luster, is already difficult to find. Most coins from this era were used heavily, making high-grade examples increasingly scarce. When such pristine condition is combined with a strong mint error, the coin enters an entirely different category of collectability. These exceptional coins are often sent to professional grading services, where experts carefully examine every detail. Once authenticated and graded, they are sealed and preserved, becoming prized pieces within elite collections. Collectors compete fiercely for such coins, driven not only by value but by the excitement of owning something truly rare. What makes the 1989 Washington quarter especially thrilling is the possibility that it could still be discovered today. It might be hiding in an old collection, resting in a forgotten jar, or tucked away in a drawer that has not been opened in years. The idea that an unassuming quarter could hold such importance keeps collectors constantly searching and examining every coin they encounter. For coin lovers, this is about more than money. It is about history, curiosity, and the joy of discovery. Every line, mark, and imperfection matters. What most people overlook could be exactly what makes a coin extraordinary. This is why experienced collectors always say to slow down, look closer, and never underestimate the coins you already have. So the next time you come across a Washington quarter dated 1989, do not rush past it. Hold it carefully, study the details, and look for anything unusual. A small difference could mean a huge discovery, and a simple coin could carry an incredible story. And now, the moment that captures every collector's attention. In extremely rare cases, when the Washington quarter from 1989 displays a major mint error and remains in outstanding condition, its value has reached an astonishing $82,000. Top 3. We are talking about the legendary Washington quarter dollar dated 1776 to 1976. This special quarter was created to celebrate 200 years of American independence, marking the bicentennial of the United States. Unlike regular quarters, this coin was designed to stand out, and from the moment it was released, it captured national attention. It was not just money, it was a celebration of freedom, history, and national pride. The obverse still features the familiar and respected portrait of George Washington, reminding us of leadership, sacrifice, and the foundation of the nation. But the reverse is where this coin truly becomes unforgettable. Instead of the traditional eagle, it displays a colonial drummer, standing proudly with a torch of victory surrounded by stars. This powerful image symbolizes the spirit of the American Revolution and the determination of those who fought for independence. For collectors, this design alone makes the bicentennial quarter one of the most visually and historically significant coins ever minted. Millions of these quarters were produced, and for many years they circulated widely. People spent them, saved them, and even collected them simply because they looked different. But what most people never realized is that hidden among these coins are extremely rare versions that are now highly sought after by serious collectors. Rarity in this coin does not come from age alone, but from special circumstances during minting and survival in exceptional condition. Some of these quarters were struck with extraordinary mint errors that should never have made it into circulation. These errors are what elevate an ordinary bicentennial quarter into a treasure. Certain examples display double die errors, where parts of Washington's portrait, the lettering, or the drummer design appear doubled or shadowed. This doubling is caused by a misalignment during the die creation process and is highly prized by error collectors. Other rare pieces show off-center strikes, where the entire design is shifted noticeably, creating a dramatic and unmistakable appearance. There are also examples of wrong planchet errors, where the quarter was struck on a blank intended for a different denomination or metal composition. These coins may have unusual weight, thickness, or color, making them instantly recognizable to experienced eyes. Some coins show missing clad layers, weak strikes, die cracks, or other striking anomalies that make each piece completely unique. Condition plays an enormous role in determining value. A bicentennial Washington quarter that has never been circulated, still displaying sharp details, flawless surfaces, and strong original mint luster, is already difficult to find. Most were handled, stacked, and spent, which means pristine examples are increasingly scarce. When a coin in such exceptional condition also carries a major mint error, it becomes something truly extraordinary. These rare pieces are often sent to professional grading services, where experts carefully inspect every detail. Once authenticated and graded, they become centerpiece items in high-level collections. Collectors compete fiercely for these coins, not only because of their value, but because they represent a once-in-a-generation moment in American history. What makes this coin especially exciting is its emotional connection. Many people remember seeing these quarters in circulation, sometimes saved in childhood collections or family keepsakes. The idea that one of those familiar coins could be hiding immense rarity adds to the thrill. It reminds collectors that history is not always locked away in museums. Sometimes, it is sitting quietly in a drawer, waiting to be rediscovered. For coin lovers, this quarter represents everything they cherish: history, design, mystery, and discovery. Every tiny detail matters. What seems like a small flaw to one person can be a priceless feature to another. This is why collectors always take their time, carefully examining every bicentennial quarter they come across. So if you ever find a Washington quarter dated 1776 to 1976, do not dismiss it as ordinary. Hold it carefully. Look closely at the details. Check the strike, the lettering, and the overall condition. You may be holding a piece of history with far greater importance than you ever imagined. And now, the moment that makes every collector pause. In extremely rare cases, when this bicentennial Washington quarter features a major mint error and survives in outstanding condition, its value has reached an incredible $80,000. Top 4. We are exploring the United States of America Washington quarter dollar from the year 1994. This coin comes from a time when coins were still an essential part of everyday life. People used them without a second thought, dropping them into vending machines, handing them over at counters, or storing them in jars at home. Because of this heavy circulation, most Washington quarters from 1994 became worn and ordinary. However, hidden among them are a few exceptional examples that have become incredibly rare and valuable. The design of the Washington quarter was already well established by 1994. On the front of the coin, we see the dignified portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States and a symbol of leadership, independence, and national unity. His image has appeared on the quarter for generations, giving the coin a timeless and trustworthy look. For collectors, every detail of this portrait matters, from the sharpness of the hair to the clarity of the lettering dot on the reverse side. The iconic eagle spreads its wings with confidence, holding arrows and an olive branch. This powerful image represents both strength and peace, values deeply connected to American history. Although the design appears familiar, collectors know that small differences in strike quality, alignment, and detail can make a dramatic difference in a coin's desirability. At first glance, a 1994 Washington quarter looks completely ordinary. Millions were produced across different mints, and most were circulated heavily. But rarity in coin collecting is not always about how many coins were made. True rarity often comes from mistakes during the minting process and survival in exceptional condition, and this is where the story becomes truly exciting. During the high-speed minting process, some coins were struck with errors that should never have left the mint. A small number of Washington quarters from 1994 were created with double die errors, where parts of Washington's portrait or the lettering appeared doubled or slightly blurred. This effect is caused by a misalignment during die creation, not by wear, and it makes the coin instantly appealing to experienced collectors. Other rare examples show off-center strikes, where the entire design is shifted noticeably toward one edge of the coin. These coins look dramatically different from standard issues and are highly prized. There are also wrong planchet errors, where a quarter was struck on a blank intended for another coin, resulting in unusual weight, thickness, or color. Some coins display die cracks, missing details, weak strikes, or uneven rims, each representing a brief moment when the minting process went wrong. Condition plays an equally important role in determining value. A Washington quarter from 1994 that has never been circulated, still showing crisp details, smooth fields, and original mint luster, is already difficult to find. Most coins from this era were used heavily, which means truly pristine examples are rare. When such outstanding condition is combined with a bold and authentic mint error, the coin becomes something extraordinary. These exceptional quarters are often sent to professional grading services, where experts examine every detail under magnification. Once authenticated and graded, the coin is sealed and preserved, transforming it into a highly sought-after collectible. Collectors compete fiercely for these pieces, not only because of their value, but because each one tells a unique story. What makes the 1994 Washington quarter especially thrilling is the possibility that one could still be discovered today. It might be hidden in an old collection, resting in a forgotten drawer, or sitting quietly in a jar of loose change. The idea that such an unassuming coin could hold incredible rarity is what keeps collectors searching, examining, and learning. For coin lovers, this is about more than money. It is about curiosity, patience, and the joy of discovery. Every small detail matters. What most people see as a flaw may actually be the feature that makes a coin special. This is why experienced collectors always take their time and never underestimate the coins they already have. So if you ever come across a Washington quarter dated 1994, do not ignore it. Hold it carefully. Study the portrait, the lettering, the edges, and the overall condition. Look for anything unusual or out of place. What seems like an ordinary coin could be hiding an extraordinary story, and now, the moment that captures every collector's attention. In extremely rare cases, when the Washington quarter from 1994 displays a major mint error and survives in outstanding condition, its value has reached an astonishing $78,000. If you enjoyed this deep and detailed look into one of America's most intriguing modern coins, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another hidden treasure. Keep searching, keep learning, and most of all, keep enjoying the fascinating world of coin collecting.